Good morning. Welcome to another Saturday vibe session with me, Brittany. Today's vibe is inspired by the scent. I have been using Ouai hair products for a long time and I love their Melrose Place scent. And they finally came out with a body spray in Melrose Place. I really wish it wasn't called that, but it is. And so I bought it, and that is going to be the inspiration for the vibe today. Let me just read you the description that it says on the Ouai website. Says, smells like you're almost famous with Melrose Place hair and body mist with notes of rose, lychee, berry, and pink peppercorns. This velvety, rich, and rosy scent will take you away to LA in just a spray. So the vibe today is that LA clean girl, cool girl, no makeup, effortlessly cool kind of vibe. I'm going to get as close as we can today. I'm wearing an all natural cotton sweater. I'm going to spray some of the body mist on just to kind of get things going. Like I said, the predominant smell is rose. So it's very feminine smelling. I associate rose with being a feminine scent. But it's like beachy rose. I don't know what pink peppercorn smells like, but apparently I like it because a lot of the scents that I like have pink peppercorn in it. Probably is part of what keeps it from being too sweet or too rosy. There is a bit of fruitiness there. That's probably the lychee. And like I said, I feel like there's some aquatic notes too. If you use their detox shampoo, it is in the scent, and that's where I found it. I used that shampoo. I really like it. Okay, so we've got that. And then the drink today to go with this California cool vibe is Benny, which is lightly sparkling. I have the flavor Blueberry Yuzu. So it's an energy drink, but it's an energy drink that is for cool girls. It says, fuel good, feel good. Meet the energy drink you always wished existed. No jitters, no crash, no nasty ingredients, just clean fuel with a daily dose of yerba mate and adaptogens for focus, memory, and full body and mind wellness. Oh, and it tastes great too. And I have the flavor Blueberry Yuzu. Like I said, it's got adaptogens, it's sparkling, and then it also is supposed to give you some energy and focus but that comes from, it's only 80 milligrams of caffeine, so significantly less than most energy drinks. And that comes from the yerba mate as opposed to one of those chemicals that other drinks use. Also, this is a woman-owned company, and it is based in LA. So, I have not had this before, so we will try it together. I realize my glass is kind of a teal or dusty blue, but the drink looked to be clear. It's pretty bubbly. It smells like citrus rind. Tastes like sparkling water, blueberry, and then that like, I don't know, stevia flavor. It's not great. There's only 6 calories in the 12-ounce can. So that's probably why it tastes like stevia. It smells very delightful. It smells like yuzu. And I guess you can taste some citrus, but there is that kind of, I don't know, artificial blueberry flavor there. I'm probably making it sound gross. It's not bad. It's not elegant. It's fine. It's definitely better than most energy drinks. Like, it tastes fruitier and lighter. It doesn't have that energy drink flavor to it that a lot of them have. I think it would be a lot better if it didn't have as much stevia in it. That's the thing that I think is keeping me from liking this more. I'd rather it be less sweet and not have that, I don't know, chemically aftertaste thing. Okay, so we've setting the vibe. California Cool. I have, as usual, I have already done my skin prep. Didn't do anything special. And we're gonna start with, to do the no makeup look, I should probably do a lighter foundation. So I'm gonna do the Yummy Skin tint. You've heard me extol the virtues of this many times before. I really like it because a little goes a long way. It does have more coverage than most skin tints, and gives me kind of a natural skin finish. This skin tint doesn't get talked about nearly as much as some others, and I really do think that it's pretty great of just helping my skin look the best that it can. I am going to use a little bit of concealer today. I've got the Tower 28 Swipe Serum Concealer, and it's in shade BU. And looking at their website, I saw that they had added some shades, but still, looking at those colors, this one actually isn't for fair skin. It says it's just for light, but if you see the model that it's on, is definitely for fair skin. And this one is shade 2 BU. I think it says light with neutral cool undertones. The other light ones seem more saturated than this. This is what I view as neutral, the most neutrally one. The shade they have that says that it's fair neutral looks yellow to me. It doesn't look neutral. And now they've got one that's for light olive tones. And I do think that I have some olive in my skin tone, but that one looks warm. So I think it's for warm olives. And then they have another one that is light, but is pretty pink. So I think I've got the one that will work best for me. May have waited a little too long. Have some creasing on this eye. Oh well. Okay. Today I'm going to use the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer in Light. So this is like a gel formula. Mine is well loved. It is, so this came out before the one that came in the pump last year. It can be a pump or a doe foot. And that was like a liquid version of this. Like I said, this is it's kind of between a bronzer and a contour. And it's very light. It just does exactly what it says it is going to do. It enhances, so adds some depth and life to your skin. But you can tell it's almost too light to be a bronzer. It's not quite bronzy, but for me, it is a much more believable kind of, I have been outside a bit than most bronzers. Because it does have some warmth to it, I'm going to put it higher than I would put it if it was just a contour. Okay. So when I think of this kind of vibe, that clean girl, no makeup look, California kind of vibe, I think Hailey Bieber just really stands out. So I'm going to use as many Rhode products as I can today, as I think that encapsulates this vibe. That brand probably does better than any other I can think of. So I'm going to use one of the pocket blushes for my blush today, and this was, I think, the very first one that went kind of viral, the Sleepy Girl, which they say is soft mauve. My brush to put it on my face, but let's see. It's a brownish pink color. I love how these blushes look when you first put them on. Unfortunately, they fade really fast on me. So the staying power is not great. But this color really is nice. Eyeshadow, and I'm just trying to do pretty simple makeup. I'm going to use the one of the Merit Solo Shadow Sheens in Iris, which is probably my favorite. I think that is described as a soft plum. It is purple, but it's diffused, a fair amount of red in it for purple. So it's not as cool as some purples are. I guess plum is a good way to describe it. And I love how these, while being just one shadow, have lots of kind of dimension to the color, similar to like a baked blush would. Just a soft wash. Of a sheen. I like to blur out the edges. I'm not going to use any new, I think I've talked about all of these things before. The only thing I might not have is the eyeliner I'm going to use. Again, I don't want anything harsh. So I'm going to use the Sephora 12-Hour Colorful Crayon Contour in Flirting Game number 15. And it's the color of this cap. It's kind of a cool tone brown, and it does have some shimmer in it. And then I'm going to use, for my brows, I'm going to use the Merit Brow 1980 in light brown. And then the L'Oreal Extensionist Mascara in light brown. And I'm going to do all of those fairly quickly and not talking, because there isn't anything remarkable about what I'm doing with them today. Okay, so just to kind of beef up that California vibe, I'm going to use a little bit of powder bronzer. I've got the Gucci bronzer in shade 1, which if you are fair and you don't have this bronzer, you should buy it. It's very light and very rosy. So it's, if I were to tan, this is how I would tan. I'm going to use a really light brush, just because even with it being this light, it still looks fake if I use too much. I need a really light hand. Now, lips, can't forget those. So this is Twist, which I believe is described as a taupe color, like a warm taupe. It does work well to contour my lips. If I was really going for the Hailey Bieber look, I would have gotten some lip filler, but I'm not quite that dedicated. I'm gonna add one of the Rhode Peptide lip tints in the shade Toast, which is the shade of the tube. It's like a pinky brown. A beige color. These, I feel like, are one of the first squeezy tube lip products that came out. These on the Summer Fridays before everybody put them out. I do like these. The colors are really nice. They help, my lips feel better when I put them on. They don't last a particularly long time. But, you know, kind of like a gloss normally does. I think that completes the makeup look today. If you're going for no makeup, I realize I shouldn't be wearing mascara if I really wanted no makeup. But you can't tell that I have eyelashes unless I put mascara on. So that's why I went with the light brown. Just kind of going with the body that it naturally has. Saturday. Thank you for spending your Saturday with me. And I'll see you next week. As always, if you have any ideas for vibes that you'd like to see me do, just put them in the comments. Inspiration can come from anywhere, but I'd love some suggestions from you all. Have a good week.